Fighters ready. Go.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. So now we're gonna move on to the Matrix. I won't say Reloaded. The Matrix Resurrection. So the Matrix Resurrection, the newest movie that just dropped from the Wachowski, not the Wachowski, both of them together, just one of the Wachowski sisters. Well, not from one of the Wachowski sisters. I think his name is Lana Wachowski. Newest one. It looks like we'll show the trailer. I actually show the trailer, and then I'll break down what the story beats about. And then I'll go into the review.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
All right, guys. All right. So where do I start with this? Let's start with the we'll start with the plot. We'll start with the plot. So if you can see in the trailer, there's actually several different plots, to be honest with you. But I'll start with one of the main plots. It goes off of, you see Thomas Anderson. He's going through life and seeing that things is not what it seems. Obviously, if you guys watched the last series or the last movie, let me lower down the. If you guys watched the last film, you guys can see that Neo sacrificed himself to take out Agent Smith, and then the Matrix rebooted. So now we see the rebootion of the Matrix, and you can see the Matrix has Neo in his grip. They're making it they're making him sort of go through life and think that the Matrix is not real. Now in this movie, they make him how they kind of, it's smart how they kind of trick him. They kind of make it seem like the first three movies were kind of trivial, because they kind of make it like if he's a video game designer and the Matrix was based off video game or ideas for a video game and whatnot. So it's kind of funny how they kind of trivialize the first three movies. It's just a video game and whatnot. And so again, Neo has an existential crisis, and then later on in the film he breaks out of there and does his thing as the one, as you can see in the trailer. So I'm gonna go with the things that I did like first about it. The acting from a lot of, so the acting for the most part was good. I actually liked I actually like the new chick. So the chick with the so there was a chick. I'm actually let me switch over to the trailer. Actually, I'm gonna show and talk about it. So let me know, and let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if anything sounds different. You don't hear me or nothing like that. I'm gonna actually start showing the trailer. Now in the trailer, or you see a girl with blue hair. Her name, she goes by Bugs. She hold on a sec, guys. She's actually a pretty cool addition. I actually like her in the new character side anyway. I actually like her the most because she actually has personality. The one thing that's great about this movie is and compared to the last one, you know how everyone, when they go inside the Matrix, they were stone faced and whatnot. They were just like, you know what I'm saying, they were kind of monotone. They're kind of monotone in the movie, or in the Matrix, she actually has personality where she kind of makes you kind of laugh a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She kind of gets you interested. I actually liked her character, and she's actually the opposite when she goes outside. Because when she goes outside, she's more of the stoic type, you know, character. When she's in the Matrix, she's more of the cause she goes by Bugs, like Bugs Bunny. So Warner Brothers, right? So she goes and she has a more funny personality. Makes you. She's kind of like I feel like she was a good character to latch on if you're new to the Matrix. Um, in terms of that, yeah, you see it right there, Bugs. I feel like she was a good latch on personally. Um, I'm trying to think what else. I do like the fact that I definitely like the fact I did like the story with Neo and Trinity. I did like the love story between them. One thing about the first three movies is I love that their dynamic, their love story. I love the dynamic through all throughout the first series, and it's cool how they kind of brought it into this one, this new movie. Um, uh, okay, all right. Okay, I think now it's time to go to the bad. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I am not going to lie. Oh, you know what? There's some more things. There's some more things I like. There's some good ideas. This movie has some good ideas. I definitely like the whole depression thing with Neo. I like the whole depression. I like some of the new characters. I like how they kind of move forward with the lore in this series. Uh, they definitely did a lot of different stuff. Man, I gotta go into the bad. I got to. Oh my gosh. Where do I start, man? Where do I start? I ain't gonna lie. Not only. Okay. Man, I'm actually my heart is breaking actually when I say this. Not only is this the worst movie in the series, personally, to me. Now I've seen different online. To me, this is one of the worst movies I've seen in 2021. Um, Woo, where do I start? Where do I start? Again, this has a lot of good ideas, but this movie is doing too much, man. It has a lot. It has too much good ideas. They try to do the depression with Neo, which was pretty cool in the beginning. Then they try to make it meta. So again, like I was saying, the whole plot of it is that he made the Neo, who goes by Thomas Anderson. He made the first three Matrix movies, or excuse me, games, and now Warner Brothers, and that's Warner Brothers as well in this world. They want to make a fourth one, and they try to get so meta with this, and I do not personally like movies that are try to be meta, that try to make fun of itself, because whenever they do that, they do exactly what they make fun of themselves for. And the only movie that's only able to be doing that is Scream, and even Scream, I don't know how Scream's been lasting long, but even Scream kind of played that shit out during the third one. The fourth one was actually pretty good. It was kind of funny how they kind of played that. But the problem with this movie is, again, they try to do that meta stuff, and it just doesn't work. It comes out as too comedic, and it comes out to the point where it's kind of like they took some of that stuff out, because it kind of gets to the point where it's not from the trailer. What I liked about it was they was trying to make it seem like Neo was crazy, and maybe so was someone playing with the audience, as in like maybe the first three Matrices. Because what they're trying to do with this film is it's a reboot slash sequel slash try to be a philosophy film. Because again, they're trying to do and what I liked about the trailer was we didn't know if it was going to be a sequel to, if it was going to base off of the original three, or if it was a reboot trying to come up in there, and I'm like, it kind of gets muddled, like they try to make fun of itself, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Again, the plot is there's too many things going on at once. Now, personally, I liked it. I actually liked the sequel part aspect of it because it does go forward with what happened in the third film. So if you did watch the third film, some of like, but the I got another thing I like. Some of the best parts is when they actually go out of the Matrix. That's some of actually most best parts because you actually get some of the characterizations of other characters and whatnot. Again, they move forward with the plot. The most boring parts about it is the Matrix, and that's unfortunate because the Matrix is supposed to be the best part. The every time, and then most of the movie is in the Matrix. So most of the time, that's in the Matrix. Again, they even to the part where they like just show you footage from the original movie, and it's crazy because I watched the original movie before I watched this because I was gonna go through all three, but I was like, let me just watch the first one. Then I watched this one, and I'm like, they try to make this one like the first one, even to the point where they show exact scenes, and there's a reason why they show exact scenes, but it's kind of like they kind of throw in your face like, okay, no, this is actually. Yeah, because they want you in the movie. They want him to sound crazy, and I thought that was a cool idea. But then they kind of messed that up by showing them extra clips, like, oh man, so we as the audience know it's real, but we kind of it was kind of I didn't like that because I felt like they were trying to make it like how the first one was, how Neo was kind of like the White Rabbit, or kind of like Alice in Wonderland. How he was in the first one, trying to figure everything out, so they gotta make his own decision and whatnot. This one, they kind of just like it's kind of just like one when they kind of throw in your face, oh, yeah, this is actually the Matrix to the audience. So it's kind of like gets to the point, okay, so then we know that he's gonna be out of the Matrix and whatnot. It kind of takes the illusion away from what this new Matrix is about. Again. Speaking with that, there was a lot of actors I didn't like. There's one actor in there. I guess I could say it, Neil Patrick Harris. I didn't like his character in that. I'm not going to tell you what his character is, but he plays an important role in the Matrix. He's the physician that tells him he's crazy. I actually might go back through there. He's the physician that tells him, not tells him he's crazy, but that tells him, whatnot. His position, that's him right there. Neil Patrick Harris, I didn't like his characterization on there. He was too goofy. A lot of the movie was too goofy. Morpheus, that's another one. I didn't like him neither. No, not this new Morpheus. They're explaining why there's a new Morpheus, but I didn't like his character neither. He was too goofy. It's way too goofy, and I feel like, personally, while the actor actually did a good job playing that, they could have just did a new character. And I get why, like, the callbacks was not good to me. And a lot of it could have worked. But again, they could have just made Morpheus a whole new character and made it different. They should have just stuck it to being either a complete reboot with all new characters, because the new characters was actually kind of cool. And again, I liked the Trinity and Neo. They either should have done that. They either should have made it a sequel where it is the new story based on Zion in the future, or they should have just made it about Neo and Trinity. Because again, all those plot points are cool in concept, but in execution they didn't do it well, and they did it too much. But even if the story's not good, even if the character's not good, let me get it straight. Even though, as much as I like, I say Reloaded and Revolutions is better than this one. I mean, the stories. Let's be real. They're not really those great of films either, compared to the first one. To me personally, the first one, there's only one Matrix. the very first movie, like the very first movie, there's only one to me. The other two, they're just fan fiction films. Not really fan films. They're in the story. They're just kind of like if you want to get into the lore type stuff. Those are like if you want to read the books and play the video games type stuff like that. But this new movie feels like a fan fiction film. And Lana Wachowski, you might need your sister back. Because this Matrix, even if the other two were bad, the one thing that it had going for those other two is it had style and it had action. The action in those movies were great. This one, the action is terrible. And what makes it even worse is that, yeah, possibly why they did that. But I feel like, honestly, Lana Wachowski, you need your sister back, because y'all might need to link up again, because like the action, and it's not even just that. What made the first series of Matrix is great. Even Revelations and Reloaded and Revelations was the action set pieces and the camera work. The problem with this, the one thing that really makes me hate this movie worse than the story, because honestly, if the story, even if I didn't like the story, even if I didn't like the acting, even if I didn't like anything about the film, the action is what's supposed to sell you. The action was sold you through all three of the films, and the action is bad in this, and that's what infuriates me. It's so bad to the point the camera work. In the original camera work, you can see the difference of how the kung fu is being shown, the action is being shown, everything's being shown. In this one, they have the problem with what modern action movies are, which is the cuts, too many cuts, too many. It's not interesting. It's just not interesting and not fun to watch. And that's the one thing that disappoints me about this movie. It's not even just the action side; it's the production side as well. The production side, honestly, even if the action is not good, if you have good camera work, you can still make it work. Nothing about this production, even to the point where some of the graphics are very bad, terribly bad. That they did was one thing. They make fun of bullet time. They do one thing when they make fun of bullet time, and it's the worst. It makes it worse than any of the stuff that we had in 1999. It looks worse than it was in the original Matrix movie. Even to the point where Neo, when he does the force push thing, it gets old. And it's just like, man, oh man, how did you guys fumble the ball so bad? It really makes you like, I'm really sitting here thinking like, why did they make this movie? Like, I really was trying to go with it. At first, honestly, I was trying to go with it for the first 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I was just like, yo, this movie's kind of dull. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do with this. Like, again, they try to be meta with it, where they make fun of it, and it doesn't work. They try to, they should have just made it a reboot. They brought the new characters was kind of cool, and they should have just made it a reboot. Maybe it was, deviant. It was the plan, but again, like I said, it was too many at once. They kind of should have spread it out. I remember you had brought something up saying that it might have been like The Witcher 1 where I didn't like it, but with The Witcher 1, it had a lot of time to flesh out his ideas. This one has too many ideas, and too many ideas that could have worked, but they didn't flesh it out too well. And it's 2.5 hours, and it's kind of gets to the point like, man, this movie's kind of too long. They should have shortened it up. Again, too many ideas. They crammed too many things at once, and it still feels too long. And because if you gotta go inside the Matrix, yeah, it's gonna suck. Yeah, man, it's so hard to explain without really revealing too much. But it still could have worked if they would have made it like a whole different movie. Again, too many different ideas. They could have picked one idea and worked with that. Either make it a reboot, make it a sequel, or make it about Neo and Trinity being Neo chasing after Trinity and creating the love story again. They did too much, and it could it could have worked. It just didn't work. The action, that's the most disappointing about it. Again, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is one of the worst movies I've seen in 2021. This is one of the worst. So yeah, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on from here. That's pretty much everything I had to say about that. And they have the nerve to have. What have the nerve? They have the nerve to put an after credit scene. I was just like, fuck you. I'm so glad I watched this at HBO Max because if I would have paid for this, I would absolutely hate this film. Like if I would have paid money for this I already think this is one of the worst movies of 2021. Like I would have fucking hated this film. I would be online. I would be online trolling y'all motherfuckers talking about this movie is the worst movie of all time. If I paid for this, I'm so glad I watched this in HBO Max because this is one of the worst movies I've seen this year. I'm talking about watching online. If you watch it, but I would say this is a rental. If you get HBO Max for this, if you're a Matrix fan, you get HBO Max for this. Maybe you might not be disappointed, but I feel like if you go to the movie theater, if this is like well, if they do a fifth one, then it leaves room for better. Yeah, it could if they flesh out the ideas more. But I haven't been. One of my homies, he went and he saw it. He's me and him we're both fanatics for the Matrix. We love me and both like he put me onto the album. I listened to the soundtrack. Like he put me on all that. He went and saw it. I hit him up. It was like, what's his thoughts? He was like, overall, I'm disappointed, but I'm a fan of the Matrix, so I'm gonna enjoy it. So if you're a fan of the Matrix, I feel like there's gonna be people that really like it. I'm not gonna call you dumb if you like it. Like I'm not. This is not one of the movies where it's like you like the movie and then you're like, oh, and you'd be like, and I'm like, oh, fuck you, man. You don't know movies or whatever. If you like it, you like it. You know what I'm saying? Again, there's some good stuff. There's some good ideas in there. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great franchise. Yeah, you're right. There's some good ideas in there. And I'm not gonna be mad at you if you like it. There's gonna be people that might think, oh, I'm disappointed, but I'm a Matrix fan, so you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rock with it. And there's gonna be people like me who just do not like the film. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow and just see. Yeah, because try to be objective regardless if I'm a fan. Yeah, exactly. And you might have a different opinion. I try to be objective because I read some of the reviews and I'm looking like some of them was giving it a 4. I'm looking like, okay, look. I'm like, the movie got to be very bad for it to get a rating of a 4, and there's got to be more to it than just the story. Because even the other Matrix films, older ones, they're like a 6 to me. The Reloaded, and Revelations, they're like a 6 to me. And I'm reading some of the reviews. I'm looking like, man, it can't be that bad. To the point where shit, I feel like the reviews are wrong. It's worse. It's worse than what they gave it. Some of these give it a 4. Some of these give it like a. I personally read reviews and I like it even less. I like it even less. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like not for nothing. I'm gonna have to watch it a few times to be honest. I can't watch it again. This one and done for me. Maybe I watch it again. Maybe I watch it again because I always catch shit after the first view anyway. Yeah, I might watch it again, but I can't watch it again. It's so bad for me. 2.5 hours. It was way too long. I'm gonna have to watch it in chunks. Personally.